Okay, the third last topic of the chapter, that is sonometer. This box is sonometer. Sonometer. Now we'll see the construction of the sonometer. A sonometer consists of a hollow rectangular wooden box. This is sonometer. This rectangular wooden box is made up of wood called sound box. This is the sound box with two holes in it. There are two bridges P and Q along the width of the box which can be moved parallel to the length of the box. Now this P and Q are the movable bridges which can be moved parallelly. Means we will have to move these bridges parallelly. I cannot make the position of this bridge anti-parallel. This P and Q should be parallel to each other, and keeping them parallel we can move them close to each other or away from each other. Then the third thing is the wire. The wire starts from this hook over the length of the sonometer towards the pulley, and then at the next end a hanger is attached, and to the hanger there are weights attached. Okay, I have explained this to you. Now, the tuning fork. Next is, by hanging weights, the tension of the string can be changed. By hanging weights, I can change the tension in the string. If I apply more weights, there will be more tension in the string. If I reduce the tension, there will be less. If I reduce the weights, there will be less tension in the string. Now, this is the tuning fork. Keeping the tuning fork, or this is the stem of the tuning fork. Keeping the stem of the tuning fork on the sonometer, on this wooden box, we can vibrate this string. Okay, we can produce vibrations in this string. Now, this point A to this point B is the vibrating length. This was all about the construction of the sonometer. Now using sonometer we can verify the laws of the vibration. There are three laws of vibration, that is for first law, second law and three laws. We can verify them. So verification of first law. What is first law? Let's see the fundamental frequency of the stretch string. It is n is equal to 1 upon 2L under root T upon M. If first law is law of length. Law of length means leaving length, rest all terms are constant. T, and of course 2 is a constant because it is a number. Tension, and this is linear density. Tension and linear density are kept constant for law of length. Okay, so if this tension and linear density and this 2, all these things are kept constant, and I take this L on the numerator to left hand side. So what will remains at right hand side? That is nothing but constant. So what I want to prove in this is NL, whatever frequency is multiplied with vibrating length, I should get constant. So in first case, how will I verify it? Okay, I'll take the sonometer box. I have a tuning fork of 256 Hertz. I'll hold the stem of the tuning fork on the sonometer box, and then I'll try to adjust this movable bridges to get the vibrating length whose frequency matches with the frequency of the tuning fork. Okay, now tension is kept constant, linear density is kept constant. What is linear density? Mass upon length of the wire. That is linear density, mass per unit length. Okay, now suppose the tuning fork, first case, tuning fork is of 256 Hertz. I'll keep the bridges over here. Now how to find out the vibrating length? Matches with the frequency, means the frequency of the vibrating length matches with the frequency of the tuning fork. We'll keep a paper rider, मतलब वायर के ऊपर एक छोटा सा पेपर का टुकड़ा रख देंगे, ठीक है, और जब हमारा ये वायर वाइब्रेट होगा तो पेपर हिलेगा. जैसे पेपर गिर गया means what? Frequency of your vibrating length matches with the frequency of the tuning fork. Okay, now this is my first length which I have any length we can keep. So this is my first length, and the frequency is kept on the box. The wire vibrates but the paper rider doesn't falls. Now I'll change the distance. I'll move the bridges and I'll change the vibrating length. Vibrating length मतलब AB distance जो है वो मैं change करूँगी. Let's change. See here I have reduced the distance. As soon as I reduce the distance and keep the tuning fork once again, the frequency of this vibrating length matches with the frequency of the tuning fork and the paper rider falls. And the paper rider falls means now I'll take this length as L1. यहाँ पर जैसे frequency of vibrating length matches with the frequency of the tuning fork, that will be taken as the length L1. Now I'll multiply this N1 into L1. Suppose after multiplying N1 into L1 I am getting the value as 3000. I'll repeat the procedure. By taking different tuning fork. Now suppose I am taking a tuning fork of 520 Hz. Okay, 520 Hz. Again I'll fix some distance, vibrating length. I'll keep the tuning fork. The paper rider doesn't falls. I'll move this distance. Paper rider doesn't falls. Again I'll move the distance. Now at this distance the frequency of vibrating length, मतलब ये जो distance है इसकी frequency matches with the frequency of the tuning fork and the paper rider falls. तो वो जो भी length होगा वो frequency is N2 और जो भी length होगा उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे L2. When I'll multiply N2 into L2, again I should get 3000 because N1 L1 से multiply किया तो 3000 आया. N2 L2 से multiply तो 3000 आया. Means what? N1 L1 N1 into L1 is equal to N2 into L2 giving is equal to constant. It is giving me constant means what? NL is equal to constant. Hence my first law is proved using sonometer. Now verification of second law. In second law is known as law of tension. In the second law, what is law of tension means except tension rest all things are kept constant. So my length, vibrating length and linear density are kept constant. Now we are not going to move the bridges because this vibrating length is asked to be kept constant. Mass per unit length, that is linear density, is also constant. So what I want to prove is if all these terms are constant, what remains? N is equal to root t. If I take this root t in the denominator, what will be left? Only constant terms. So whenever I'll divide n with square root of t, whatever number I'll get, that will remain same for each cases. So this is my first case. I am taking frequency as N1. I'll change tension over here. Okay, now for this tension I'll keep the frequency and see whether the paper rider falls. No, the paper rider doesn't falls. What I'll do, I'll increase the tension. Let me increase the tension. I'll add one more weight over here. Now again I'll keep the tuning fork over here. I'll first vibrating tuning fork रखेंगे यहाँ पर, ऐसा tuning fork रख देंगे. Now we are not going to change this length will be same. I am just going to change the tension. Now what will happen? For this frequency, as soon as I increases the tension, this paper rider falls. This paper rider falls means what? Now for this tension, my frequency of vibrating length matches the frequency of the tuning fork. Means I will take it as T1. So N1 upon square root of T1 किया तो suppose I am getting a number 400. I'll repeat the procedure by taking another frequency or another frequency का tuning fork N2. Vibrating length I am not going to change. I'll change this weight. Now I'll again increase the weight. And I'll check tuning fork रखा, weight increase किया है. I'll check whether the paper rider falls or not. नहीं गिरा paper rider, थोड़ा सा और weight बढ़ा दो. Weight बढ़ाया. Now I'll keep the vibrating tuning fork and check. Yes, the paper rider now falls. Means what? For this frequency, my tension is T2. Now, N2 upon square root of T2 किया तो again I'm getting the same number. Means what? N1 upon under root of T1 is equal to N2 upon under root of T2. Means this is equal to a digit which is constant. Hence proved n upon under root of t is equal to constant. That is my second law. Verification of the third law. For verifying third law, that is law of linear density. Law of linear density is nothing but n is equal to, not equal to, n, that is fundamental frequency, is inversely proportional to square root of linear density. I want to prove this. For proving this, I'll start with taking tension and frequency as constant. Now, let's see the condition. If I take tension and frequency constant, see, this is the formula. If I take tension and frequency constant, and 2 is of course a constant, what remains? L into square root of m. I'll take these two terms in the न्यूमरेटर, n को नीचे लेकर आ जाते हैं, ये रहा यहाँ पर. ऑफ कोर्स t इज कांस्टेंट, n इज कांस्टेंट, 2 इज कांस्टेंट, तो यहाँ मैं लिख दूंगी कांस्टेंट. तो l into square root of m should be constant. I want to bring this, that L into square root of m, for each case it should be constant. Let's see for first case. In first case, what I want to vary, चलो कांस्टेंट क्या रखना है? टेंशन कांस्टेंट रखना है. या वी हैव 3 वेट्स ओवर हियर. फ्रीक्वेंसी कांस्टेंट रखना है. ये फ्रीक्वेंसी ले लिया मैंने n. ओके, व्हाट आई वांट टू चेंज? आई वांट टू चेंज द वाइब्रेटिंग लेंथ एंड द लीनियर डेंसिटी. लीनियर डेंसिटी मतलब क्या? ये जो वायर मैं यूज़ कर रही हूँ, ये वायर का मास और ये वायर का लेंथ अलग होना चाहिए. इस केस में m1 ले लिया. नेक्स्ट केस के लिए मैं दूसरा वायर लूँगी. देखो, ये वायर का लेंथ बड़ा है और ये वाले वायर का लेंथ छोटा है. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पर इसका लीनियर डेंसिटी m1, इस केस में लीनियर डेंसिटी m2. यहाँ पर ट्यूनिंग फोक n यूज़ हुआ है, यहाँ पर भी ट्यूनिंग फोक n यूज़ हुआ है, मीन्स द फ्रीक्वेंसी इज n, so n is constant. What about tension? Here I have 3 weights, again here I have 3 weights, so tension is constant. What I am varying? Vibrating length. Look over here, the vibrating length is different, and in this case the vibrating length is different. Here m1 is different, that is linear density, and in this case linear density is different. Now what I'll do, I'll take a tuning fork of suppose 256 hertz. 256 hertz का tuning fork लिया. I'll adjust, I'm not going to change this length, or I'll adjust this length such that tension I'm not going to change. I'm going to adjust this length such that my vibrating length, frequency of vibrating length matches with the frequency of the tuning fork, and this paper rider falls. Then that length will be my L1. Okay, so I'll write L1 into square root of this M1 is suppose giving me 200. Let's see for second case. For second case, of course I have changed M2, linear density change कर दिया है. Now I'll adjust this vibrating length for the same frequency such that my frequency of the vibrating length and the frequency of the tuning fork, which is 256, matches. As soon as it matches, my paper rider will fall. Here the vibrating length is different and here the vibrating length is different, but the tuning fork is same. So here I have taken it as L1 and here I have taken it as L2. So when I will multiply this L2 with M2, square root of M2, again I will get it as 200. What can I write from here? That L1 into square root of M1 and L2 into square root of M2 both are equal. If they both are equal means they are constant. So I can write L into square root of M is constant. Now if N is inversely proportional to L, so I can also write N is inversely proportional to square root of M, because multiplying both of them giving me constant. So if N is inversely proportional to L, N is also inversely proportional to square root of M. This is what? This is nothing but law of linear density, which I have told you over here. So here all the 3 laws are verified using sonometer.